Check, 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 check. Oh. Hello. 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 Did YouTube let us do our thing? Andrew Stanek. Andrew, glad you're here. I need you to email me about Indianapolis. Do you want to get shot, stabbed, and blown up as a crisis actor? I really do, Bear. Awesome. Sales at Refuge Training. Come on over. We need you, bro. Or we need your connections in the area. Sales, Andrew Stanek, Drew. Tactical Coffee Casualty Care. Email us, sales@refugetraining.com. Okay, man. Sounds good. I'll do it. All right. Perfect. Hey, kind of a little bit more lighthearted live stream this evening. Good to see you too, Slippery Stairs. Cracker turned Torah, shalom, brother. So, a bunch of us here in our neighborhood have had the COVID-19, as our favorite supervillain Klaus Schwab likes to call it. And I wanted to just kind of share our experiences with y'all, because I think there's a lot of people out there who are maybe underplaying this, and a lot of people out there who are overplaying this. So I'm gonna give you my real world data, firsthand experience. Sophia, Shaloha, Brad, Gary Bulldog Prepper, Timothy Young, Slade Mercer. Hey, we healthcare workers, see, the video that was on Patreon today is all about that. I won't do that thing that they want us to do. Now what do I do? So if you're on Patreon, go watch that video. If you're not, there's a link in the description. Oh, please check the video resolution. Thanks for throwing an issue there, YouTube. Yeah, having all the issues. Yeah, does it? You should see the codes that it's throwing at me on this end. Yeah. Alright, what's up, Joe Grotto? So, anyway, we've had it. The symptoms that we've had, let's see, headache, bad headache, lots of belly issues for a lot of people, lethargy for sure, low-grade fever anywhere from 99 to 102. I absolutely lost the taste in my mouth, and it was really obnoxious because everything tasted like baking soda. I mean, including like ribeye, tasted like baking soda. I had no appetite for about 3.5 days, which is really rare for me. I'm showing completely frozen up on my side of the screen. You can see me? Oh, that's great. Thanks, YouTube. So, lost my taste, lost my appetite, low-grade fever, body aches like you wouldn't believe, felt like I got hit by a truck. All the flu symptoms, and it was not enjoyable. I actually got a COVID test at the regional hospital, and they're like, yeah, you got COVID. You also have pneumonia. Cool, thanks. So they put me on some medication for the pneumonia, and that was that. So it was about 2 days of feeling like I was getting sick, and about 4 days of being sick, and about 2 days of pulling back out of that and coming back to a normal human being. And then I was mostly fine, other than feeling a little bit extra winded, just no charge on my batteries for about a week after that. But it was not horrendous for me at all. Now, we've had other people in the camp who've had it, and it was not enjoyable for them. A lot of us, our kids got it, but it wasn't terribly bad. It was about 4 days or so of mild fever, crankiness, soup and crackers. No big deal. As for treatment methods, most of us are like all natural homeopathic people. Some of us are chug NyQuil people, and the homeopathic people did fine, and the chug NyQuil people did fine. But we didn't do anything special. We didn't take the horse medicine. I didn't take hydroxychloroquine. I didn't do anything other than rest and take Dayquil and NyQuil, and I was fine. Infection rate definitely seemed to be highly infectious. It was, we passed it around like nobody's business. Everybody but the Stumps. And Harlan. My son was fine, which is great. My son was fine. Now, an interesting side note here is that as these, just this morning, the Pfizer vaccine was approved by the Food and Drug Administration here in the United States, which for some reason the sheeple still think has any credibility, but it was approved. It is now an approved vaccine, as if those things can't be manipulated by dollars and overt and covert pressure. But I don't want to jump too much into speculation here. It's an approved vaccine, and it gives you partial antibodies, allegedly, for 90 days, allegedly. Also, allegedly, if you get sick with COVID, diagnosed with COVID, you have full antibodies for at least 120 days. So you're actually better off getting sick with COVID than you are taking the damn jab. And based upon the infection rate, it sounds like everybody in the damn world is going to get it anyway, since it's the worst thing that's ever happened to us since, you know, the Black Plague. And then we're all inoculated, so I don't know what the big fuss is about anyway. Which, of course, means that if this whole rigmarole was actually about keeping people safe, then you wouldn't just need a Vax ID card. You could also have a I've had it, have been sick with it, confirmed, I'm inoculated card, and that would be good to go as well. But it's not about health, it's about power. So, to recap, symptoms were flu-like that lasted about a week or 8 days. Treatment methods were like you would treat the flu with. It did seem to have a pretty high infection rate, and I'm glad that I got it because now I have been inoculated against it, allegedly, for the next 4 months without having to stick some experimental, now approved thing in my arm and call it good. So if y'all have any questions in the comments regarding the COVID after action report, please let me know. Put all your questions in caps so I can see them. Otherwise, we're just hanging out on El Porcho. So, playing CYA with the Nuremberg Code. Yeah, roger that. Vegas hospitals are full of vaccinated people. I've been hearing that. Romans 12:18.
So, folks are going off in the chat saying that it was approved for extended emergency use.
Uh-huh.
It was approved for extended emergency use for 12 to 16, and it has been fully approved for 16 and older.
Kenneth, you are apparently not very good at listening. I would recommend you rewind and listen again. No, I didn't get the shot. Also, we don't use the F word on in the chat or on camera. Doesn't mean we don't use it, but not in polite company, Kenneth. Bear, did anybody else have pneumonia with it? What's up, Loomp? No, no, sister. We did not. So, the extended, the approval by the FDA was emergency use authorization for 16 and under, or just under 16, and then anybody over 16, it's now good to go, allegedly, for the FDA. So, Bear, don't use it. I'm not. Are y'all listening at all? No, I'm not putting the damn thing in my arm. Wake up and pay attention. What is wrong with you? Where you been? What's going on? Nope, no vaccine companies can be approved. Yeah. Barry, you shaved your hair just like me. Negative. You shave your head to be like me, Agent Smith. Yeah, it's in the air. That's exactly right. Not I, but the Spice Girls. It is in the air. So it's no longer about aerosolized particles. It's in the damn air. So you don't need to wear masks because follow the science, right? Trust the science. So anyway, that's what it was like having COVID. And as you can see, I'm fine. Or as fine as I was before I had it. So for everybody who, again, doesn't have eardrums, no, I didn't take the jab. I got sick with it naturally, and I survived it. And it was just like having the flu, and everybody else around us who got sick with it survived it, and it was just like having the flu. And what I'm trying to tell you is you will survive it because it's just like having the flu. So simmer down. All right. Gosh dang. Welcome to the herd, people. Get in line behind all the other sheeple. We'll be setting up vaccination sites in the parking lot of every Walmart in the country. And after you're vaccinated at the 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 19th tents, proceed over there to the bread line. After you receive your bread, you can wait in line for the buses. They go to the re-education facilities. So, that's right, Agent Smith. That's right. So, if you have any questions, I'm all about some questions. If you're having trouble listening, I would recommend you go back to the beginning of the broadcast. You got the flu, Bear. Maybe I did, but when they shoved that damn thing up my nose and into my brain, it came back and said COVID-19. Almost like our immune system has a purpose. I would agree with you, Jeff. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does wild turkey count as an approved COVID vax? I believe it does, 5-1. Just watch your dosing. I would recommend micro dosing, not all at one time. Mix it with NyQuil, and now you got scissor. I got my Cub kit plus 2 extra Cat 7 tourniquets last week. Next up, training on using this stuff. Awesome, Jason Flood. BT Dubs, Indianapolis, and Nashville are live on the website right now, refugetraining.com. A level 1 and a level 3 class in each city. So if you haven't taken the level 1, I recommend you take the level 1 on the first day, come back, take the level 3 on the second day. And it's a blast. If you've already taken level 1 with us somewhere else, come out to either Nashville or Indianapolis and take the level 3 class. The level 1 is Stop the Bleed, which is tourniquets and wound packing and pressure dressings. Plus we discuss shock and what does shock look like, hypovolemic shock, cardiogenic shock, vasogenic shock, and the stages of shock based upon blood loss, and what is compensatory and decompensatory and irreversible shock, and how you can recognize that and what you do about it. We discuss all of that. We discuss principles, fundamental principles of TCCC, like getting off the X and Casovac and care under fire, and so forth and so on, as well as run you through several drills and how to deal with a tension pneumothorax, an open pneumothorax, a simple pneumothorax, chest seals, blah, 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 blah. And all that is derived from our 8-hour TCCC curriculum. That's the level 1. The level 3 builds on all of that on the next day. So you're doing response to active shooter scenarios. You're doing blue gun stuff. You're doing force on force training, react to contact training, constant tourniquets, constant wound packing. You will be running up and down hallways and doing laps around parking lots and climbing stairs with tourniquets on your arms and legs. Triaging patients. We go much deeper into the TCCC fundamentals. It's a blast. It's a blast. It's a blast. So, you can do all of that at refugetraining.com. Use promo code BOGO, BOGO. Buy one, get one, 15% off. BOGO15 for 15% off your second seat. And again, we'll be in Nashville and Indianapolis. And if you're like, well, I live 42 minutes from Nashville, how come you're not coming to Nowheresville? The answer is because you live in Nowheresville, so we're going to go to Nashville instead. So if you live anywhere near either of these towns, for example, we have a lot of people who are in Illinois who are like, Bear, when are you coming to Illinois? And the answer to that is never, because I like standard capacity magazines. You should come to the Indy class. Or people who are in Michigan come to the Indy class. Nashville, there's a lot of places around Nashville, a lot of towns and cities around Nashville. Make a little drive. And the last thing I'll say is this, because I've had a bunch of people who've been reaching out there go, Bear, is it safe? Is it safe for me to, should I travel? Is it safe? Well, here's the deal. People that I love will be involved in this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's safe. It's okay. It's okay. If we're going, it's probably okay for you to go. So if we're not going, it's probably not okay for you to go. In which case, if you know something I don't know, intel@bearindependent.com. But as of right now, I don't see a reason to cancel our nationwide training dates. If that changes, I'll let you know. Get off the lawn, broke one. You know actually the chapter I read this morning in this book right here, The Reluctant Partisan, Volume 1 by The Gorilla by John Mosby. is that was the name of the chapter I read this morning, page 200 something, 230. Where'd it go? Is it still working over there?
It's working fine.
You should see.
We're just talking about the
very special people.
tonight.
Yeah. Chapter 9, get off my lawn. See that? Chapter 9, get off my lawn. The best defense is a good offense. Great book. $60, but well worth it. Arkansas living. What's up, brother? Florida Man Prepper getting ready to start a new small group here. Probably won't be so small, LOL. Hopefully, success will introduce some folks to Torah. Hopefully, I agree, brother. Is that kosher? I don't know. No, it looks like a field manual. Probably not talking to me. Available exclusively from Warhammer 6 Press. Great books. I would recommend you check them out. Kentucky here. Here I was trying to mellow on the third glass of turkey on a Monday, and oh well, I'm fired up now. Well, Pat Daddy, take a deep breath. Breathing is a superpower. We talk about this in class. Never had all this with the other pandemics. Jack Barnes, I agree. I appreciate your $2 as well. You want to know why? Because this isn't about public safety. It's about control. Comments on the ammo import ban. Yeah, the Biden administration is shameful and disgusting, and we've known this from day one. I had somebody on Instagram said something to the effect of, "Oh, Bear, how you going to feed your AK?" To which my answer was, I've been in the prepper game a little while. I'm not terribly concerned about how I'm going to feed my AK. That being said, if you're concerned about how you're going to feed your platforms, get it while you can. Your sound is really soft, Bear. Is it? I don't know. There's a fan over here blowing in the breeze. Frank Chupinka. Thank you, Frank. SARS-3 had a 15% death rate. Well, there you go.
Tell them a little bit about some of the fun fighting action at level 3.
Oh, at the level 3 class? So yeah, in Philly, I fought 4 people and then I fought 5 people. Frank was one of them. That's right. Frank the Tank. It was a blast. I was the active shooter, and their job was to subdue me and gain function of the weapon and take control of the situation. And they did that, but I didn't give it to them easily, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because, you know, I'm not just going to, like, play along. It was actually one of the things we had to coach the students on. And I think they were, like, trying not to hurt me because it was 5-on-1, but it was still a lot of fun. I like fighting 5 people. It's a good time. We have no ammo in our town. Where do you recommend getting ammo? There's a lot. All the big names have it right now on their websites. We find ours at the feed store. I mean, I was finding 7.6239 for a reasonable price on PalmettoStateArmory.com. Aeolus Defense has some ammo. Frank Chupinka says Bear is pretty damn strong. Frank, actually, I think your exact words were, "Damn, you're all there, Bear." And I was like, "Yeah, I try. Thank you." Frank's no slouch either. He's not a little tiny person. Frank is also all there. Fat Man, yes, we started without you. We tried to hold off, but then we didn't. So, any more thoughts on actionable stuff with this morning's Patreon video? Yeah, KRF, yes. I'm not ready to share them, though, and when I do share them, I'm not going to share them on this platform. And that's simply because of all the hooligans and shenanigans. So, Curtis Archery, he was in Cartersville a few months ago, and Tally 2 months later. That's right. I don't know where Curtis is, but yeah, we get around. It's my birthday, 62, I'm retired. Raptor Ranch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Raptor Ranch. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Does your wife have her own channel or Bible study group? Yes, her channel is Hommy Biscuits. Hommy Biscuits, one word. And most Wednesday nights on Patreon, there's a ladies' Bible study. Most Monday nights on Patreon, there's a men's Bible study. And they are studying the fall feasts right now. Elmo O, this channel rocks. Thanks, Elmo O. What do these Torah observant Christians believe? Everything. All of it. I mean, just everything. Astrology, numerology. No, none of that. We believe the Bible. Everything that's in the Bible. We read the book and do what it says. All of it, from the first page to the last page. My vocational school just told me that they can't make me get the jab if I don't do the clinicals, which are in hospitals that do require vaccination. They will fail me. What should I do? You should GTFO, bro. Find something else to do. Or should you just capitulate? I don't know. Is it a conviction or isn't it? If it's not a conviction, then you do you. And to that point, I think if somebody wants to get the jab, you go right ahead. I am on Team Freedom. That is the team that I am on. But per Team Freedom, you don't get to tell me what I have to do. So, Zub, what's up, Zub? I don't know astrology was in the Bible. That's awesome. It's not raptor meat. I was joking, and it's an abomination. Yeah, I just missed it, Badger. I live in a small upstate town outside of Saratoga, New York. It's so quiet here you can barely tell anything is happening at all if you don't keep up on the current events. Mr. Greblin, you know, let's talk about that. We just did a nationwide tour. We went to Cleveland, Ohio. We went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We went to Roanoke, Virginia. And on the way, we stopped in Louisville, Kentucky and St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm telling you, the media and the government, which if you don't think that there's collusion there, you were brain dead. They people keep telling us that 59% of the country has been vaccinated and 85% of the country is pro-vaccination. Well, first of all, those numbers don't line up. Second of all, do you believe them? These same morons that just completely botched the stand down, the drawdown from Afghanistan. We're going to trust these idiots? I think not. But when I go and I meet people all across the country and shake their hands and look in their eye and talk to them, you know what I see? I see people that don't give a damn about COVID-19, that aren't willing to capitulate on their convictions, and that have firm beliefs and are unafraid. That's the key thing. They're unafraid. And so there's a small but vocal majority, much like everything else, much like, story time with whatever the hell they are, kindergarten story time with the trans people, just like the 83 genders people, just like, all this other nonsense, critical race theory. It's a small vocal group of people who are trying to shove this bullcrap down your throat. It's not actuality. You're letting less than 1% of the population drive the entire direction of the country. I'm telling you, we go out there, we meet people, I talk to people all the time. I'm not running into anybody, and I'm not just talking to us. I'm talking to people at gas stations, talking to people at truck stops, talking to people in businesses. It's not just us. The vast majority of people are pro-freedom and have become more pro-freedom in this age of COVID-19. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe the propaganda. Don't get the jab if you don't want it. Don't get on the bus. Don't stand in the bread lines. Don't allow anybody to tell you what you can and can't do. Are you a free man or free woman or not? And if the answer is or not, okay, you're a cuck. Good luck. I don't care about you anymore. There's some of us out here that are doing our best to live our lives to the best of our ability, and I don't need the government's permission to do that. And I'm not going to ask to do that. And if they come along and decide that they're going to tell me the way it's going to go, negative. I'm not doing it. And I'm just amazed that we're allowing a small but vocal minority to wag the entire freaking dog on this COVID-19 thing. Oh, well, the government said. I don't care. I don't care what the government said or not. Well, the CDC said, the FDA said, the mayor said. Oh, okay, got it. All those things trump the Constitution, which does nothing but codify your God-given rights. So all those things trump your God-given rights? Negative. I don't think so. Sorry, ranting. What is a cuck? I don't recommend you Google it. Northern Ozark Homestead. I don't recommend you Google it. More and more people are fed up with the government BS. What's up, corn-fed? For the extra Dance Monkey sticker, it's a Mark 18-ish. I said I'd pay for it on your next live. I appreciate it, bro. So what's your opinion on Afghanistan? We're butchering it. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a disgrace. 10 to 15,000 Americans left behind? Are you kidding me? Oh, we'll fly, and rightfully so, we'll fly certain Afghani nationals out of their country into ours for nothing. But if you're one of those Americans that got left behind, it's going to be a couple $1,000. Get out of here. We allowed this to happen. Somebody somewhere voted the most popular president in history into office. Remember that line of discussion? Remember that propaganda from the mainstream media? And by the way, if you think that CNN is propaganda but Fox isn't, you're wrong. It's all nonsense. What's up, Troy Bateman?
And the thing that got me was their initial response was that we didn't have the military might to get them safely to the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we don't have the military might, who on earth does?
Yeah, I know. Shabba-dabba-doo. Howdy from North Texas, Miss Cat. Welcome. George, what's going on? Shalom. Them pajamas are strong as F-15s, apparently. Yeah, that's right. Nuclear weapons. What's up, Jay Morris? They just see the Muslims as votes for the Dems. Jack Barnes, that game doesn't, like, that's an old talking point. Like, that's why they're letting so many people across the southern border. They proved in the last election they don't need people to vote. They just manufacture votes. Ken Warland! Thanks, buddy. If this was Trump, they would have had impeachment papers printed by now. Yep. What's your opinion on Newsmax? Yeah, ish, question mark. Are y'all done with 65 hard? No, I appreciate your typo. It's 75 hard, and I'm on day 51 today. I took 7 days off. I pressed pause for 7 days, which I know Andy Frizella says that's not something you can do. You got to start over. But bro, I had freaking pneumonia, so I pressed pause for 7 days. I would be on day 58 instead of on day 51. Pressed pause for 7 days to recover from pneumonia and did everything on my 75 hard list, even while I was laying in bed pseudo-dying, except the PT. And so I didn't count those days. And then after 7 days, I went back to doing everything on there and resumed my count of days. Thanks, Raptor Meat. Still eating, but listening to you. Chad Netherton, best hair in the Bear Nation, bar none. Joshua Pohl, that's exactly right. Literally feels like they sell pipe dreams. Yeah, it's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. It doesn't matter. Everybody, myself included, we all have a bias. Some of us more than others. Some of us have been paid to say certain things. Some of us have not. Even then, this is actually something you got to watch out for on YouTube. I was talking with a guy about this weekend. What's up, AJ? There's a bit of a feedback loop here because I'll say and do things on the internet that are more popular with y'all than other things. What do you think I'm going to do more of? The things that are popular or the things that are unpopular? So I have to guard myself to not just do the things that y'all want to see. I have to make sure that I do the things that I feel convicted to do and that I want to do, whether you want to see them or not. Why do you think I read the Bible every week on camera? Instead of getting 20,000 views, it gets 1,500 views. And I don't care because the Father told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. So even me, I have to make sure that that's not part of my subconscious feedback loop. Which means y'all have to absolutely check everything, even your most trusted sources. Check all of them, myself included. Don't take what I say as gospel. How many times am I going to tell you that? Trust but verify. May have to go to the ER in a little bit. Was bit by some kind of snake, but the snake is dead now. Hand is swelling. Well, Chad, stop weed eating and go to the ER. Clearly, you have some type of superpower because the snake is dead, but you're not. But just at least go to the ER and make sure that you're not going to die or something, okay?
Is the snake with you? Or a picture of it?
Yeah, take if the snake's dead, take it with you. What's up, Forge and Woodcraft? Learning Hebrew is very important for understanding the Torah and Tanakh. I would say it's definitely important, but I would say if you don't know Hebrew, don't let it keep you from reading the Torah and the Tanakh. Bible is my barometer. What's up, Daniel Streety? I hope the Chains on Chains went well, brother. I apologize that I couldn't be there, but I was just on the verge of getting sick, and I didn't want to come and be a super spreader event and ruin your entire thing, so I had to stay home, man. Bear, our resolve will be tested very soon. What's up, Puzzleman? I would say our resolve is being tested now. Collectively, not individually. I think the longer this goes on, the more likely it is to be tested individually rather than collectively. But I'll tell you, I'm disgusted with the state of Americans right now. Where the hell is everybody? We're descended from men and women who said F you to the strongest military in the world. Yeah, okay, I got a mule and an axe. I'll go build a life halfway across the world. Sounds good. And now we're like, I don't know. They won't let me into the Target without some experimental shot. Yeah, I guess I'll just do it because Susie just needs a couple of notebooks for school, and I really like the Starbucks that's in there, so I'm doing it. I'm just doing it, you know what I mean? What the hell? Yeah. Chris Haynes, yeah, well, thank you for reading the word to us. I don't care how popular it is, it's super valuable to me. Bless you, brother. And if no one watched it, I would still do it, but I'm glad y'all are watching it. Robert Knight, thank you so much. MTG Enhancer, thanks for your authenticity and for your comment to Walking the Walk. Well, bless you, brother. Thank you. Bear, I'm new to keeping Torah. What's your take on cooking on Shabbat? Don't do it if you can help it. Seethe what you will seethe and bake what you will bake. Arkansas Living, we like it when y'all do stuff we don't like. You know what? Honestly, brother, what you guys really like, one of the things I've noticed, the best video reactions to videos I ever get out of y'all is when I'm pissed and I start knife handing the camera and screaming at you. And people just respond to that. Yeah, here we are right now. People they're like, oh my gosh, Bear's on a tear, I gotta watch this. He's certainly not talking to me. No, I am. I'm talking to you. Absolutely, I am talking to you. You cannot donate blood, nurse your baby. Donate your organs if you take the jab. Ingredients are horrific. Dig deep and wide. The info is out there. This is madness. Wake up, America. Thank you, D. Davis. Thanks, Jay Morris. I've had practice. You're simply the best. Thanks, Shannon Ward. Yeah, Milton Roots, you.
Caitlin Wiggins said she's a 3-time cancer survivor, had to have shit somebody that she didn't want there to stay alive. Thank God that she had the best team of doctors. Those same doctors told her not to take it back.
Caitlin Wiggins, who has survived cancer 3 times. Bless you, sister. The doctors that got her through that 3 times told her not to do this. And she's no stranger to having things inside of her body that shouldn't be inside of her body when it comes to chemicals. But wait, there's more. Garen Clackley, what's up, brother? What's up, Bear? Just started to read the Bible, have read Matthew, Mark, Revelations. What do you suggest next? Josh, what I would recommend you do is you stop bouncing around and you go to Genesis 1, verse 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And begin there. And if you just feel the need to bounce around, then read Genesis 1 and Matthew chapter 1. This is the genealogy of Yeshua Messiah, Jesus the Christ, at the same time. Start reading from the Old Testament forward and the New Testament forward at the same time. The reason for that is that there's congruency. They're connected to one another. And so it's like you don't go to a movie theater an hour and 20 minutes into the show and think that you're going to have any idea of what's going on. Especially if you're reading Revelation now, it's not going to make any damn sense to you at all because you don't have the context to the rest of the book. Go to Genesis 1, start reading. My friend had a heart transplant 2 years ago and he isn't getting it. I agree. You're a straight shooter, Bear. Thanks, Joe G. I do what I can. And I'm really trying to not swear also because I'm fired up, but I've had a couple of people say to me, hey man, I love you, but I've noticed I can't watch your videos when my kids are around. I'm like, yeah, most of our stuff's PG-13 content, but I'm trying to Leviticus 19:2 be set apart as Yahuwah your Elohim is set apart. I'll tell you, it's a struggle. It's absolutely a struggle. Every one of us has things that we could work on to be more set apart, more sanctified, more holy. So I'm really trying to behave myself verbally. In fact, I just read in Colossians 4 that y'all will see on this Sunday, talking about salt. And let the salt, your word, be the salt. And salt is what seasons the offering that you give unto the Father. Yeshua says, you are the salt of the earth. So we go through that in that video that's coming. But let your words be salt. Let them be offerings to the Father. So I'm trying to be better at that. I like being peculiar. Amen, the fat man. Amen. I'm with you. Please pray for us here in New Zealand. You got it, Chris Smith. God's name is Jehovah, or Yahuwah, or Yahuwah, or Yahweh, or it's been lost. And when he returns, he will tell us. And it doesn't matter who says what with modern Hebrew versus archaic Hebrew with the Yod Hey Vav Hey. He knows his name. Yeshua of Nazareth was the name of Messiah, and I have rebuked demons in the name of Jesus Christ, and it worked. So I don't get tripping over the pronunciation or the letters, okay? TJ, I got drawn on by 3 sheriff's deputies recently while rucking in a national forest land with my plate carrier. Empty ammo rig on front, camelback on rear, bareback on side. Ideas on preventing this? Well, make sure in the national forest that you're allowed to carry. I think that you are, but I would check on that. Then maybe next time I would call the sheriff's department and say, hey, I'm going to be out here rucking, getting my exercise on. I'm good to go. Please don't turn me into a casualty. Commo would probably fix that.
Communication helps.
Yeah.
Joshua Cole said, "Bear is a straight shooter unless he's shooting a Bear Creek Arsenal."
Bear Creek Arsenal doesn't shoot worth a crap, and that ain't because of the guy behind the rifle. Jer Bear Grizzly, been following you a couple of years, Bear. You've been an inspiration, sir. I'm in West Texas on 48 acres and preparing to be completely bear independent. Thank you for your courage and charisma. You are using your Yah given. Bless you, brother. Thank you. I've just got a big mouth. I had somebody tell me this past weekend. She said, well, my Lord, you're just good at talking. Thank you. Juke Joint 523. My brother got the jab 3 weeks ago and had a blood clot on the brain causing a stroke. Just buried him and my dad today. Prayers are needed. Juke Joint, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I'm sorry for the circumstances of your loss. Lean on the Father. And let the peace that surpasses all understanding envelop you, brother. Obviously not a commo guy. Will do. Thanks. You're welcome. Tread on this. Also, you could put on a reflective vest over the top of your gear, so you're still working on the interferences of your kit, and you're still getting the weight of your kit in, so that you're getting real world training in. But throw a safety orange vest or a safety green vest over the top of everything else you got on.
Can you hit Saturday?
Why is Shabbat on Saturday, not Sunday? We're playing this game again. All right, so Sunday is literally the pagan day of worshiping the sun. It was turned into the Lord's Day after the Council of Nicaea, roughly 312 AD, when the early church, which was constituted by Emperor Constantine of Rome, decided that Christianity was going to be the new national religion. And the whole idea was, we're going to bring the pagans in, and we're going to throw them some bones, like instead of worshiping on Shabbat, we're going to worship on the day of the sun, which became known as the Lord's Day. By the way, Lord is translated as Baal, when you're not supposed to bow down to false Baals. Versus Saturday, which is the Shabbat, because day 1 of the week is Sunday. The 7th day you rest, which is Shabbat. And it has been counted uninterrupted for 4,000 plus years by people who keep the Sabbath. It's called the Omer. There's never been a break in the counting of the Sabbath, and it just happens to land on Saturday, what the world calls Saturday. There's also other people that are into a lunar Shabbat, and I don't agree or disagree with those people. They can do the convictions of their heart. But the day of worship is Saturday, not Sunday, because Sunday is the day that the pagans worship the sun. It is not the day that the Father set apart. Getting back to Leviticus 19, verse 2, be set apart as Yahweh your Elohim, the Lord your God, is set apart. You do his things, not the world's things. So, I've been observing on Sunday. I'll be changing my ways. Slippery stairs, bless you. Read the word and do what it says.
And the first of the 10 commandments, not the most important, but the first of the 10 is our Shabbat. Keep it holy.
Yeah.
Our Sabbath, keep it holy.
Yeah, it's the 4th command in the 10 commandments is remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. It's the only one that says remember. Like, hey, remember what day it's on. It's not on the day you think it is. Remember. Best night vision. The best night vision is PVS 31s, which you can't afford, and since you're not a tier 1 operator, can't get anyway. But they are freaking incredible. I wanted to come home and pee on my PVS 14s after I saw those 31s. They are insanely good. Other than that, get some PVS 14s. I don't care where you get them from, just get some PVS 14s. White phosphor is better than the green, but the green works just fine. You're going to have a significant cost increase in the white phosphor over the green, but to each their own. I got mine from, what the hell is that company called? Oh, dang, I said a bad word. I should be ashamed of myself as a Christian. ATN Corp. And I like their PVS 14s. I've had some issues with their night vision scopes. PVS 14 worked great out of the box, no issues. It's a good product. Yeah, considering Phlebas, the day that Yeshua was resurrected was not a Sunday. You need some careful reading of the Gospels because the Shabbat day that they were fixing to observe was a high Sabbath of the Passover or Pesach and then the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So it wasn't a weekly Shabbat, the day of prep. It was a high Sabbath. And by the way, 3 days and 3 nights in the tomb is not Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's not 3 days and 3 nights. That's an entirely different teaching. But yeah, Christendom, for all of the good works that it has done, all the people who have come to belief, and not the Greek word logos belief, which is acknowledgement with your mouth, but people who have a real deep spiritual conviction and a personal relationship with their Messiah. There's been a lot of good works that have been done there. But what does John say, the Apostle John, the beloved of Christ? Turn to your first love. Do your first works. I give you no word, but the word that you've had from the beginning. Go back to the beginning. Where should I start reading my Bible? Go back to the beginning. So, Texas 48 told the truth, great inspiration to me. Thank you. I'm tiny, but I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Taliban got some PVS 31s now. That's another thing we were talking about with Trashcanistan. SOP. You can't take this equipment with you. Set it on fire. Pop the thermite grenade and walk away. I didn't see that happening. So this whole thing, man, this whole drawdown, it's going precisely the way they want it to go. And here's the real question. It seems like they had it planned. What a comment, Forrest. Here's the thing. Not that what's happening in Afghanistan isn't an abomination, because it is. But my question is, what else is going on out there in the world right now that they don't want us to know about? Because that's what they're covering right now. Right? And the media can't tell you what to think, but it certainly can tell you what to think about. So, what else is going on? Can you get a book on shofariism? You can. It's called the Bible, and if you read it and do what it says, you're all the way there, man. That's what I said. Blow stuff up. That's exactly right, Raptor Ranch. It's SOP, man. Yeah, the idea that we don't have the ability to immediately establish air fire superiority and just mark all those fools. Yeah, I'm just saying. Wag the dog, bro. It's all wag the dog. Are they creating a thorn in China's side? Hey, what's up, Britt Bannery? I don't think so. I think the Taliban is probably more ideologically in line with China than they are with us. But I honestly think, big picture, they want to be left the hell alone. They've been fighting a war since 1978. And I completely disagree with the way that they do things. Completely. That being said, I don't have any input on that situation currently. Wag the dog. What's coming next? Hell, I don't know. I think they're going to try and go big with travel restrictions because of the El Jabo, but we'll see. And I don't personally think all it takes is for every one of y'all to go not just no, hell no, negative. Have you even picked up the phone to call your senators, to call your representatives? Have you gone by your mayor's office and said, "Hey, Mayor, I love you, man. I think you're a great guy. Just wanted to let you know, if you ever do something like this, I will turn on you that fast." So, I would encourage you to not do that. It is not the will of your constituents to play these stupid COVID-19 games. Have you communicated that to anybody? Some of y'all have. I know most of you haven't. Sit back and let it happen. You know, there's that old 9/11 argument. Was it my hop or lie hop? Did they let it happen or make it happen? Americans are letting this happen. They're just letting it happen because people don't have the constitution of character and the spinal fortitude anymore to stand up and throw 2 middle fingers to the system and say, kiss my hairy white ass. No. Oh, well, I don't want to be made an example of. I've got kids. I've got a wife. You don't think I have kids and a wife? I'm over here, unapologetic, unafraid, saying no every chance I get. And if the rest of y'all would suck it up and do the same thing, we wouldn't have this problem. Good. I have. Yup. Not enough people exercise their no muscle. Shalom, Oki's boss. Correct. I've called, put on hold, and hung up. Live Free or Die, New Hampshire. Yeah, I think they're going with the die portion now. They gave up on the live free part. Pets but will be required to take the jab. And sea turtles. I could see that coming for sure. Mostly because of the sea turtles. Guys, I'm going to do this a few more minutes, and then I'm going to hang out with people that I love. If you got any more questions, hit me in the comments. Okay, Bear, sounds good. If the Antichrist comes out of the land of the Israelites, why do we like the Jews? Serious question. First of all, who said we like the Jews? Or dislike the Jews? What are you talking about? That sounds like an incomplete understanding of the word to me. I do love y'all. I do love y'all. I just wish you'd stand up. Hey, Todd Miles. Bear, who do we shoot first? I can't even begin to answer that question. Nice haircut, Bear. Thanks, Aaron Goodman.
Nobody, unless they're trying to kill you.
What are you most excited about? I am right now most excited about, let's see. I get to spend a week with my honey at the homestead doing stuff. Honestly, after I get off with y'all, I'm going to hang out on the porch with my friends, and it's going to be fun. And I've been gone for 2 weeks doing the things, and I'm happy to be home. I don't really get excited about anything, honestly. I'm just like, if there are negative things and there are positive things. I can get excited negatively. That happens occasionally. I'm kind of on the edge of it right now. But, you know what I'm honestly excited for? I want to see my kids grow up and be healthy and have equitable, profitable relationships with people. And I want to have grandkids and great-grandkids one day. And I can't wait for Sukkot to get here so I can eat some of my sheep and hang out with people that I love. I can't wait until my baby calves are old enough for me to eat one of them. I'm excited about that. Really am excited about that. And I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. I don't get overly excited about anything. I'm just trying to navigate this just like y'all are. You know, and frankly, I'm really over all the excuses. You know, I posted a video earlier today, alone in SHTF. It was up for 10 minutes and there were 74 comments and 70 of them were, yeah, I know, Bear, but you don't understand. Bro, wife, kids, 4 businesses, 2 501c3s. Oh, life's hard. Got it. Got it. I just don't care about excuses. And people that are willing to make excuses now, when nobody's shooting at us, when the Wi-Fi still works, when there's food in our bellies, we're all going to get to sleep in our own beds tonight. People who are willing to make excuses now, those are not the people you want to be spending your life with. Whether it's doomsday or Tuesday. I get unexcited about that real quick. Oh, you don't understand. No, I get it. Life's hard. You have to be harder than life. It's as simple as that. Bear, do I buy a cigar or night vision? Both, bro. A good cigar is $15. Great cigars are $30. PVS 14s are $3,500 and up. So you just go ahead and get both. That's right, Joshua Pole, that's right. Sleeping in your own bed is overrated. Depends. I love my bed. Yeah, brother, you stand up too, homeboy. What you talk about us standing up, that's not enough of us that are standing up. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know. I'm on a live stream right now talking to you. I talk to my politicians. I'm active as far as raising awareness. I'd never shut down our 4 businesses or our 2 ministries during COVID-19. I haven't taken the jab. I provide intel briefs every day. I do this for free for you right now. Kiss my ass, Jasper Dickey. Kiss my ass. Man of War Ruination and Diesel Heart of Darkness are the best cigars. I love those Ruinations. Bear, I recently spent 2 days in the hospital. I had a bilateral total knee replacement. Jimmy Speruli, did they, are you part cyborg now or what? Because that would be super cool. I hope you recover. I honestly do. And I would be more interested in being part cyborg than sticking this damn needle in my arm. Honestly. That, I don't want the neural link thing. I don't want Elon Musk in my brain. But if you could give me, a bionic leg, I'd be like a professional soccer player or something. You know, or the kicker on, the Eagles or whatever. When we can't buy or sell, what good does a car do you? You can drive to the damn farmer's market and trade your chickens for some grain. I think that's a pretty good place to start. Well, how am I going to put fuel in it? Start stocking fuel.
The point is, you can buy or sell now.
Yeah, you can buy or sell now.
You don't immediately need night vision.
It's fatalism. It's fatalism. That's what. Well, if it's all going to go to hell anyway, why should I do something? You shouldn't do something. You should remove your ass from the Bear Nation. You should stay out of people's mags. You should GTFO. You should do nothing. Because if there's no point, you're in the wrong place, bro. That is not how we operate it all around here. Bear Independent, is it good to hold gold or silver or both in case of US dollar devaluation? Yes, comma. Small denomination silver for barter and trade, gold for wealth preservation, says me, and I'm not a financial expert. Cars make great greenhouses if parked in the right place. That's exactly right, the Red Tower. To say nothing of the fact you could get a couple of mules and run some chains from them to your car, put it in neutral, and now you're like an Amish pimp, you know? Good to go. Amen, these idiots are a little late to the party. LD reality, roger that. While in the hospital, had more than one employee there express their regret at getting the jab because of the side effects that they've had. Well, imagine that. Hashtag van life. What's up, doodly? Once you have done all you can do, stand there for. Roger that. You know, read the Old Testament. Go read 2 Chronicles. You know what the Father's people do in times of good? And make no mistake, these are times of good. No one is shooting at us. You're not in prison. Nobody has abducted your children. You're going to get food and sleep tonight. You're probably at least fairly hydrated at the moment. You've got some type of medical services somewhere around you and law enforcement somewhere around you. These are the good times. You know what the Father's people do in good times? They stack food and they build fortifications and they train their people and they form alliances so that they have resources available to them when times aren't so good. I'm telling you, right now times are good. Probably won't last. So if you haven't done any of those things to this point, you need to get your behind in gear. Always dehydrated. Loomp, drink more water. Loomp, your pee should be clear. If it's not clear pee, you're doing it wrong, Loomp. You know the deal. What is your and everyone's price against the jab? Many of my acquaintances sound like they would give it at a certain point. One question I had. I don't have a price against the jab. I'm not doing it. And by the way, for everybody out there who wants to talk as much trash as they want, I've been operating businesses successfully since I was 17 years old. I have made millions upon millions of dollars in my life. I have, drank whiskey with billionaires. I've been in charge of billion-dollar projects. I've been on private jets. I've been in private rooms at clubs. I'm unimpressed by all of that nonsense. I don't have a price. What I want to do is hang out with the people that I love on my porch and drink my own damn whiskey, which I can't do for 24 more days because of 75 hard. And so I'm going to gut it out, no big deal. You can't buy me. And if somebody can buy you, what's the point? If you have a price, what's the point? You don't have convictions if you have a price when it comes to this.
I love the TikTok trend that's going around right now, where it's this audio and it says, how many people have to die for you to take the jab? All of them.
That's great. That's great. Oh, I got another red flag thrown at me from YouTube in the YouTube studio. Imagine that. I'm seeing a spinning circle of death on my end. Can y'all still see me?
Yep.
My pee is always clear after 12 Miller lights. There you go, lambda, lambda, lambda variant. You are totally hydrated then. They have no balls. Agreed, Tim Goodman. And with that, since this thing can't freaking run anyway, bless y'all. Believe it or not, I love y'all. Occasionally, even we all have children that we love. Sometimes they just need a little smack on the ass when they get out of line, Anywho, I hope y'all have a great day. Share this with somebody you think needs to see it. Go to refugetraining.com and go get some training. Refuge Medical, handmade, made in America, guaranteed forever. We're up to 22 lives saved. You guys know that. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting our small businesses. Thank you for dealing with me running my mouth. And no matter what, resist. Just say no.